So we all know that the Sony Xperia XZ Premium comes with a 4K HDR display, but by default the resolution is limited to 1080p, and we can confirm that by a screen resolution app. Here you can see the resolution is limited to 1080p, and 99% of the times the phone is running in 1080p mode, except a few applications like album, video and VLC player, and sometimes even on YouTube. And Sony doesn't give us an option to change the resolution manually from display settings, so there are no settings here that you can use to change the resolution. But fortunately, thanks to XDA developers, there exists a mod that you can use to change the resolution of the Sony Xperia XZ Premium from 1080p to 4K. And if you've seen other people's video where they set the resolution to 4K, there are problems with the phone's dialer and you're not able to receive any calls. But I have been researching on the internet, and this guy called Ccash has a solution. So instead of setting the screen resolution to 2160 into 3840, we're gonna set it at 1890 into 360. Well, some of you guys will argue with me that hold on there, this is not 4K, this is 1890 into 3360, 4K is 3840 into 2160. Well guys, if you set this resolution 2160 into 3840, our Xperia will have some serious stability issues. Especially with the phone dialer, you will not be able to receive a call, you will not be able to make a call. So it is kind of essential that we set the resolution to 1890 into 3360. And the best part is 1890 into 3360 scales properly on our XZ Premium screen, and you do get the benefit of almost near 4K images. And I did take some screenshots to show you guys. So here on our right hand side we have some 4K screenshots. These are taken at the resolution which is 1890 to 3360, and these are taken at default resolution which is 1080p. So for comparison, here is a screenshot which is taken in 1080p, and I'm going to open a exact same screenshot on our right hand side which is taken in the 4K resolution. And if you can see, if I zoom in here, you'll be able to see clearly that the screenshot which is taken in 4K is much more clearer, especially this text. Take a look over here and take a look over here. I don't know how clear this is in the video, but these screenshot links are down in the video description, so before you try this out on your phone, you might want to check these screenshots out. And there is another difference over here in the status bar. As you can see, it is much more clearer in the 4K screenshot. You can clearly see this Wi-Fi icon is kind of blurry, and this one is crystal clear. And if I zoom at 100%, you guys will be able to tell the difference clearly. You can see this album text is much more clearer than the album text in the 1080p screenshot. Same with these icons here in your notification bar. So let's take a look at another screenshot from the Play Store. So this is the 1080p one, this is the 4K one. Here you can see clearly there is a difference in the text. You can see this is slightly blurry and this one is crystal clear. I can clearly tell this icon over here, these lines, these are definitely much more sharper on the 4K screenshot. Alright guys, let's go ahead and make our Sony Xperia XZ Premium full-time 4K. So the first step you'll need to do is enable developer options and enable USB debugging on your phone. So to do that, you need to go to settings, scroll all the way down and go to developer options. Now this developer options might not be available on your phone by default. So if you don't see this developer options, you need to go to about phone, scroll down to build number and repeatedly tap until you see a message over here which says now you're a developer. So go back, go to developer options, scroll down over here and turn on USB debugging. Tap on OK, and now we are done on the phone part. Let's move on to the PC. Alright guys, on your computer, first thing you'll need to do is download minimal ADB and fast boot. I'll put this link of XDA developers down in the video description. You can go ahead and check it out over there. So click on this link and scroll down over here and select this option which says download version 1.4.2. And once you're downloaded, go ahead, click the setup over here and install this program which says minimal ADB and fast boot. and it should be very quick. And go ahead and launch the ADB fast boot program, and it should look somewhat like this. Alright, so once the ADB is up and running on your computer, now you have to connect the phone to the PC. So here I have my USB cable. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. There we go. And just don't touch anything, just don't do anything. And on your computer, in this command prompt, type ADB, give a space and type shell. So when you type in that ADB command for the first time, you'll see all of this information. Just don't worry. Take a look at your phone. It will ask you allow USB debugging. Just tap always allow from this computer and click on OK. Now again on your computer, type in ADB space shell once again, and now you'll see your phone's model number. It is G8142. And just so you know, let me confirm this. The screen resolution right now is at 1080p. You can see it over here. So right now, let's go ahead and change the screen resolution. So to change the screen resolution, just type in WM, give a space, size, again give a space, and type in the screen resolution size, which is 1890 into 3360. And take a look at the phone screen as soon as I press enter. So now we can go ahead and disconnect the phone from the computer. You can close the ADB command prompt. So here we go, we have disconnected the phone, and let me quickly show you the screen resolution. I hope you can see this, but it shows 3238 into 1890 pixels. So that is running very close to 4K. You can see the screen is not scaling properly, so we'll set the screen scaling. So don't worry guys, your phone will work like this when you set the screen resolution to 4K initially. So all you need to do is drop down the settings notification menu and go to settings, go to display, scroll down and search for display size, this option right over here, and change the display size to large or maybe larger. So I'll keep it at large, and we'll change the font size to large so that we can read the text size easily. And now we should restart the phone. I'm gonna restart this and we'll be right back. And guys, when you see this kind of a behavior, just don't worry, your phone will work properly. Just wait for the booting process to finish. So here we are on the desktop. You can see we are able to scroll, no problem. So let me change the icon size from small to large. I think I need to change the screen scaling a little bit further, but you can customize this to your liking. So I've changed it to even bigger screen size, and now you can see we are running in 4K without any problems. So let's go and check 3168 into 1890 pixels. And just so you know, you will be able to make your phone calls without any problems, and you'll be able to receive your phone calls also. You should make a phone call at 4 AM in the morning, but you can see just a proof of concept, it is working without any problems. So you can see no app crashes or anything. I don't know if you'll be able to tell in the video, but the text is so much more sharper, especially when you look at the small text with your naked eye. Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to tell in the video. You have to change the resolution to 4K, and you have to look at the phone with your naked eye. And especially the performance is alright on this phone. See, the web pages are scrolling smoothly, absolutely no issues. You know what, let's do a multitasking test, see how the phone performs. So my multitasking test is going to be exactly similar like it used to be in my previous videos. Alright, so let's begin without any further delays because it is already 4:36 AM. So first off, I'm going to show you the screen resolution, which is 3168 into 1890 pixels. Let's see what IDA64 has to say. Display. Again, here you can see 1890 into 3360. I hope you can see the picture is clear on the camera. Anyway, let's go ahead and do the multitasking test. Clear all the apps. First off, album. You can see instant launch time, no delays at all. Music. Man, I seriously miss that guy Chester Bennington. Play Store. You can see absolutely no drop in performance. The phone is performing alright. So let's launch all of these applications. Let's try a video game, which is Dead Trigger. You can see instant load time, absolutely no issues. You know what, I'm gonna take a screenshot and include the screenshot in the video description. I'll try that again. Alright, here we go. I think I've muted the volume. Otherwise, do have the sound running, no problem. Again, I'm gonna take another screenshot. This also I'll include. Alright, time to minimize the game and move on with our multitasking test. So let's move on to YouTube. You can see absolutely crazy fast. I don't think this screen resolution change has had any impact on the phone. This game runs in 1080p by default. So let's try Asphalt 8. Is the game stuck or something? I think we have our first victim. The Asphalt 8 game is not working. You can see some thumbnails are showing up, some are not. You can see these album, music, Play Store, all of these thumbnails aren't showing up, but the Dead Trigger thumbnail is showing up, and so is the Smash Hit. You can see this game is working fine, but I can't seem to launch Asphalt 8. This is weird. This game was working fine in 1080p mode, but in 4K it doesn't seem to want to work. Maybe if I disable the internet it will decide to work. Some games are like that. So once again, Asphalt 8. Well, what do you know? I'm gonna mute the volume. It is working alright. I'm gonna take another screenshot. This also I will link down in the video description. You guys can go and check it out yourself. And yes, the phone is getting hot, especially from this part. I can feel the phone is getting quite warm. Didn't used to happen before, and you can see the FPS aren't really that smooth. So one more screenshot over here. Again, I'll link all of these in the video description. And so far so good. Apart from the phone getting hot in my hands, it seems to work alright. Alright, time to minimize this game and move on with our test. Let's launch Microsoft PowerPoint. So there we go. You can see our layout has changed. When the resolution was in 1080p mode, the slides would display like this, and we would not have this separate slide selection that we have on the bottom over here. But anyway, everything seems to work all right. So let's do a little bit of multitasking. You can see it is stuttering here and there a little bit. So split screen multitasking. Album is working. You can see the screenshots we took. And as you can see, many of these apps don't support split screen, and that is just the cooling fan of the uninterrupted power supply. So don't worry about that. As you can see, it is working. Split screen multitasking. Phone seems to perform alright. YouTube. Oh, I disconnected the phone from the internet. And VLC. You can see it is working, but yeah, the phone is getting quite hot. So let's go ahead and resume a previous app that we have opened. So Dead Trigger. So the game was in the memory. It is working fine, as you can see. No problems with application reloads. And what else we can test? Let's resume Asphalt 8. You can see it is working fine. We have no issues with multitasking on this phone. So let's go ahead and launch a little bit more applications. So for example, let's launch Word. It's asking me to sign in. You can see these app thumbnails are not appearing except for games. A little bit over there. So what else? Track ID. And I'm really impressed. All of these applications are scaling pretty nicely. Don't seem to have any issues with any or anything. Alright guys, let's run the Antutu benchmark. You can see I already ran it once, but I'm going to run it again on camera. But anyways, in the info tab you can see the screen resolution 1890 into 3360. I hope you can see. Just gonna bring the camera up close. Alright, so here we can see the resolution is indeed 1890 into 3360, very close to 4K. So let's go ahead and run the Antutu benchmark. So I'm just gonna speed through this very quickly. Alright guys, here we are. This is the score we are getting, and this is actually better than the average score of the XZ Premium. So this is our 3D score, UX score, CPU score, and the RAM score. So here we are taking a look at the averages, and we can see that this device is indeed much better than the average score of the Sony Xperia XZ Premium. I don't know if it's because of the resolution or what, but this is the score which I am getting on this phone. So coming to the most important part of this video, how's the battery life? Well, I have been using the phone like I usually do, and I am at 64% with 4K resolution. My screen on time is 3 hours 26 minutes and 14 seconds. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll bring the camera up close a little bit. There you go, you can see it now. So I think that's a pretty good screen on time, considering this phone is running in 4K resolution and I have been using the phone like I usually do. So I unplugged this phone in the morning around 13 hours ago, around 12 p.m. So right now it is 1:39 a.m. It is night, but yes, I have been listening to music, click some pictures on B612, Snapchat, Instagram. I did use 4G internet, and also you just saw in this video we did run 2 Antutu benchmarks. So at the end of the day we are at 64%, which is not bad considering this display is running in 4K. If you remember my battery test video, at the end of day number 2 I usually average from 30% to 35% of battery life with 6 hours of screen on time. But with this mod I have seen the battery is easily dropping down to 15 to 12%. So 12 to 15% at the end of day number 2 with 6 hours of screen on time. So there is a little bit of dip in the battery life, but it's really not much and I can live with it no problem. And yes, I do love the layout of the screen. We can fit here 6 icons. This kind of reminds me of the Xperia Z Ultra. You can see here also we can fit 6 icons. And yes, I do like this small text and small icons on the screen. Kind of makes the screen more usable. You get more real estate. This navigation bar size is also decreased from this to this. Effectively it has become half. So anyways guys, thank you guys for watching this video. I will keep running this phone on this mod itself. If you have any suggestions, do let me know. Thank you guys for watching and do stay tuned for more videos like these, and I'll see you guys next time.